Hi, I'm Juan Martinez, and this is Hard Work, More Money.
Ask for money and get advice. Ask for advice, get money twice. I'm from the dirty, but that Chico nice. Y'all call it a moment, I call it life.
It is good to see everyone here, like always. It's a great feeling to see everybody here. And I have mentioned in the past that if we're going to be the greatest real estate sales force in the country, it is critically important that we do come together once a week. Okay, and I talked to a lot of great brokers across the country. Everybody does things differently. Most come together once a week, some even once a month. And we've talked about it, but I think that it's important that we stay connected, that we connect. I think it's important that we interact as we do when it comes to these meetings, that we collaborate, come together, we share ideas, we hold each other accountable when we get together in these type of settings, and we lift each other up when we need to. Okay, it's important. Coming together like this is important. Yes, it does cut into the time for some of you that prospect, you know, at 9 a.m. This does cut into it. Maybe we'll change it in the future. I don't know. I would like to. But all these things are very important to build, okay, a one massive, unstoppable, okay, sales force, because that's what we are here. We're a big sales force, okay? And that is the plan. And we are one. We're one. We're together. I have a commitment of just building one big, incredible sales force, and we're all in this together, okay? It ain't me, it ain't you, it's all of us. And so for us to collaborate is incredibly important. The 1 hour that we spend together each week is just as important as any other activity that we do in the business, okay? Whether it's prospecting, it's appointments, whatever. This is an appointment. It's a 1 hour appointment once a week that we come together and spend a lot of time together, okay? I like it. I think it's important. And if we're going to build an incredible sales force in this country, forget the city, then coming together is important. I want everyone to know that there's offices in town, okay, that have 200, 300, 400 real estate agents, and their meetings maybe hold 10 or 15 salespeople. In many cases, it's most of the management, right, that are showing up. So we're very, very fortunate, and we're fortunate to be able to have what we have here. We are grateful to have all of you. I don't know, there's probably about 70 or 80 people in the room here today, okay, which is good. We have 70 to 80 sales associates that are on the floor, okay? This is what a sales floor should look like. This is what it should be, and it's going to get bigger, it's going to get more intense. All of you are salespeople. All of you are sales associates, okay? We're in the sales business. I'm a salesperson. I'm in sales. You are a great salesperson, right?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the chief of sales. That's what it says here. Juan Martinez, the chief of sales. Okay. Forget the whole broker owner title. That's all a bunch of crap. This is a sales floor, right? And we do sales here. The titles don't mean nothing. Okay. We are in the sales business. I manage the sales floor here, right? That's my responsibility. My job is to help you succeed at the highest level in sales. That's what you do, and I take responsibility for that, okay? So I want to share with you some thoughts, okay, on what I'm seeing, right? Again, it's my responsibility that you guys are listing and selling properties in high volume, right? It's my responsibility to provide everything I can. It's your responsibility to take some form of action, right? So let me just give you a total bird's eye view of what I see in the company, okay? And I want you to know that everyone in the business has this challenge, okay? I believe so because I've traveled, I've met a lot of real estate agents across the country, great, not so great, okay? I believe that you guys are different. I think that you're in a different environment. I think you have a very unique situation. I think we have the best environment in the country. I believe that, right? So I look at things a little differently for all of you. But let me share with you overall some of the things that I see, okay? And by the way, you guys have better habits than most of the agents out there in the business. I believe that. You list and sell more homes than most of the agents out there, right? So let's be clear, you guys are doing much better than anybody else. Now, if we're going to be the greatest sales force, we got to take that to a whole different level. So what I see is the biggest challenge today for our sales force is a lack of consistency, right? Is it a lot? Probably not, because a lot of you are very consistent, but let's talk about it. Let me give you some thoughts around the whole consistency thing. We've talked about it before, but let me just bring it up, okay? Consistency in just showing up every day to the office, right? Some of you are home office agents, I get that. But for the most part, showing up here every single day, okay? This is a major challenge in the industry, is that most real estate agents, 1.2 million, don't have anywhere to show up. They don't know what to do, right? Now, we have a lot of agents that show up every day, and it definitely shows in their production. The agents in the company that are consistently showing up every day and have for a long period of time, it shows in their production, okay? So if you don't show up, then my question is, where do you show up to? I don't know. I'm curious, right? Do you show up at home? Do you show up to your home office? Do you show up? I don't know. I'm curious, okay? The next thing under being consistent, and by the way, I'm just trying to create questions for all of you. Remember, I'm responsible for the amount of sales that you do. So I have to mention these things to help you get to that next level, whatever that level might be. The next thing under being consistent and the challenges that I see is that we don't spend enough time in the process of lead generation, right? We're a sales force. How do you create sales? You wait for it, you buy it, or you find it, right? And we're in the business of finding that business. That means that we have to be in lead generation every day for quite a few different, 2 or 3 hours, right? We must generate leads every day with a minimum of 2 to 3 hours in order for our business to grow to 20 to 30% each year. I mentioned yesterday, if you're doing 100 deals, an agent that's doing 100 deals probably has a database of about 1,000 past clients and center of influence. That takes alone 2 to 3 hours every day to call them, to remind them that you're in sales and you're in real estate, and to call you if they need anything. Because if you don't call them, that 1,000 people, and you're doing 100 deals, they're going to go and buy and sell with somebody else. So at 100 deals, okay, when business is great and you built a great business, you still have to do lead generation for 2 to 3 hours. It's just to your own center of influence and past client database, right? So if you're doing 10 deals, 20 or 30 or 50, should you do less than the 3 hours? Because at 100 you got to do 2 to 3 hours at least, right? 1,000 people in the database, calling them every 90 days. That means that you got to touch 16 people every day, okay, in order to hit your 1,000 every 90 days, right? That's 2 hours of prospecting alone. So the question is, am I willing to do this? Am I willing to do lead generation every day? Am I willing to deal with the repetitious boredom that comes with lead generation every day? Is it repetitious boredom to be on the phones or knocking or whatever it is you do to do it for 3 hours a day? Is it a little boring at times?
Yeah.
Can it drive you nuts?
Yes.
Right? I said, for the ones that are really doing it and you get bored with it, right, maybe go to a therapist, because you're going to make a lot of money. You can afford paying the therapist to give you counsel to deal with the repetitious boredom. It works well. So I see a lot of lack of consistency once the amount of escrows start building up. So you're consistent on your schedule, you're consistent on lead follow-up, all of a sudden you're doing a lot of business, you're selling a lot of listings, you get to 3, 5, 8 escrows, okay? And then you drop the whole lead generation side of it and focus on closing on the deal, okay? That creates a roller coaster effect. I'm sure all of you have been through that, because I have been through it, and that is the norm in the business. We have to do things differently if we want to have a lot of success. We have to be able to, pull through. When we have 6 or 7, 8 escrows or 10, you just have to work a little bit harder. Because if you stay consistent on the lead generation side, sooner than later you'll be able to hire a full-time assistant and delegate all that stuff, right? Hard work, more money. Consistency on role play, okay? I don't see the consistency there. Ace, Nestor, I mean, these guys have been doing it for some time, right? A lot of you, Ken, you show up. So role play is so important to build your skills to become great on the sales side. We're salespeople, right? So how consistent are you on role playing? Maybe you don't feel comfortable with role play. Talk to me about it. We can help you break through that. We'll have you in 30, 60 days yelling affirmations to the whole group, right? It takes time, but that's what builds the character and helps you become a great salesperson. Being consistent on time off. I see that is sometimes a challenge. We take a week off and then it takes us 2 or 3 weeks to get back on track, right? Or we take too many vacations, right? You take too many vacations during the year, you don't have enough time to sell. I know some of you feel guilty and some of you are workaholics and work too much. That's not good either, right? You got to create some balance. Okay, days off. You say, you know what, I worked all day Sunday, I'm going to take Monday off, or I'm going to take Tuesday off. It's not consistent, and consistency is what's going to help you get to that next level. Consistency on coaching. If you have a coaching session, showing up, incredibly important, right? Being consistent on the training. We have lunch and learns every day. Showing up until you get your skills to where you want. What happens when you stop showing up to training and you stop learning and you have it all figured out? There's only one way to go from there, and that's downhill, right? That's why you got to keep expanding the mind, keep pushing yourself, taking it to the next level, right? Consistency on practicing. We talk about role play, and that's part of practice. But if you're shy to show up, do you get your scripts and read it verbatim every day? Do you read it in Spanish? Do you read it in English? Do you write it out? Do you write out your listing presentation to get better and better and better and better? I don't know, I'm asking you. Because I think those are the important parts of the whole sales business and accepting the fact that we are in a sales industry. We talked about yesterday with the group yesterday in the coffee room, in the glass room. The glass wall was sold to me by a salesperson. The granite where we put the food on was sold to me by a salesperson. The chairs in the office, the tables that are in there were sold to me by Rich Munson. Okay, who I've been buying furniture from Office Furniture Concept for 15 years. All this furniture in here, he has sold me for 15 years. He just sold me another $80,000 batch, of workstation and panels, right? He's a salesperson. Everything is sales. And accepting the fact that we are in the real estate sales business, and it's okay to ask for the sale, right? So being consistent on practicing and becoming better at what you sell, right? Previewing properties, doing lead follow-up. How strong is your follow-up process? Do you put your leads in some software system and you don't look at it for another 30 or 60 days? No, I hope not. Okay, so consistency on your presentation. How strong is your listing presentation? How strong is your buyer presentation? How consistent are you on that, okay? And then most importantly, how consistent are you on time management and managing your schedule? How strong are you there and how consistent you are? Bird's eye view of looking overall. You guys are amazing, you're powerful, you're strong, and you're better than anybody else. And I'll tell you, I will put up our great agents that are in here against any great agent in the marketplace, and I know that you would beat them out every time on a presentation. But let's not get complacent with that. And let's help the others that don't show up to show up and start helping them build their skills. Remember, we are one here, and we got to help each other out, okay? So you can build an incredible business in real estate, and through the profits of this business, okay, being a salesperson and building profits in this business, you can build great wealth for you and your family. You can do it. And you deserve it. However, it starts with your daily actions and how consistent you are throughout the whole week. Taking it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, right? If you're off track, then let's get back on track. If you're on track, then let's push it to the next level. What else do we have to do? So let's make it a powerful week. Thank you. Woo-hoo!
Ask for money and get advice. Ask for advice, get money twice. I'm from the dirty, but that Chico nice. Y'all call it a moment. I call it life.